Happy Sunday to you guys. Let me wait a little while. This wasn't a very well planned stream. I didn't know whether I was going to make this go down tonight or not, but I feel the need to yell two-speed baby. So let me wait till the typical viewers show up here in the stream, and then we're gonna see if we can get a little bit of a two-speed baby fire in the hole. We got Mark Nugent, sickening channel member. No Music RC, double sickening channel member. Nitro Grand Queen Melissa, mod and channel member, and wifey. I think she won this round, guys. But thank you all for being long time, awesome channel members here as well. Unfortunately, in this country, you could only marry one person at a time. Could I get a hell yeah for that? Well, unless you believe in a certain amount of, I guess, well, ways of life, that is. I don't want to say nothing about that. John Goodwin, how you doing, bro? So you guys might remember I've been working on this particular Megatech for quite some time. And guess what, everybody? Guess what? Native Nitro, how you doing, man? Happy to see you here. This is the factory block. It's bad news bears for this one. All aspects, how you doing, man? Happy Sunday to you. RPM Nitro, happy to see you here. You guys let me know how the internet quality is. As you could tell, I fired up a lot of different nitros on this particular outdoor furniture. That means, hopefully, the world's ugliest cooling head. Yes, I know it's ugly. You could tell me that it's ugly, but what matters is, will we yell two-speed baby? And will we have a fire in the hole today? We got John Hensley here. How you doing, bro? He had a great day of his own Nitro adventures. John Hensley, everybody, picked himself up an XTM Mammoth. Big thumbs up along with the Savage X. Major thumbs up. By the way, I injured my finger real bad yesterday. I have a line right here. I was carrying, a little bit of furniture just to actually today. And, banged it, had it in ice for like 3 hours, Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. I love you, boo. Thank you for, trying to break my finger over here. But it's okay. Fingers don't matter unless they're used to tune a Nitro or shut it down, of course. But I'm going to wait a couple minutes here. It's a hot day today. I had to wait a little bit of time before the sun goes down. Don't want to get no kind of heat exhaustion, heat stroke out there. I'm no longer a 15-year-old yelling two-speed baby out in the park in Queens in Middle Village. I now do that in Staten Island, New York. Okay? All right, we got a Rickety Rack. We got Nitro Pimp sickening new videos on the Nitro Pimp channel. He is making a great build of a Hobeo Hyper VT. I caught a little bit of a glimpse on his short. If you got no time to spare, go to his short. If you got time to spare, go to his regular video. I myself will watch them after this or tomorrow. Jay Crespo, how you doing, man? Now, guys, you might remember this. Well, I don't want to say you might. You probably do. Megatech. It was real bad. You guys saw my community post. Actually, let me open up my community post, and I want to show you what went down. On the fly, man. Happy to see you here, bro. Let me go to my own community post. I'm going to show you what happened to this engine, why you see it as it is right now like this. I posted a couple things. I don't really do a lot of community posts, but when I do, I make sure they're entertaining. So let me go down over here. So for those of you that might not remember, this is the factory M16 engine, 0.16 obviously. Now notice the amount of spacers they use in the front. There's actually two different drive washers. So what went down, let me give you a little recollection. I was originally planning on repinching this engine, but as bad luck would have it, check this out. I'm going to zoom in on some of these pictures. As I did it, I took a couple pictures. Earl Moorhead, how you doing? He goes, piston damage on the post you did. Exactly. Bro, I had a splinter directly from here in my finger. Okay? So, as I was disassembling the engine, I realized I got a splinter. And then after the show ended, I realized the splinter came from probably the worst possible position you could have ever had, right here. right? So that's not good at all. The Megatech engines, I remember they were pretty great, but they also did lose compression fairly quickly. So let me continue to the rest. So this is me disassembling the Megatech block. So you guys know I was burning the midnight and the evening oil today for a little while. Can I get a hell yeah on that? All right, and this is my finger with a needle taking out the splinter from the piston. It was quite painful. It hurt a lot, but we do anything for the Nitro gang, don't we? I think we do. Ben, how you doing? Happy Sunday to you, bro. I'm just going over what has transpired with the Megatech and why there's a yellow line arrow pointing to the piston, because that piece of metal, the shard, went in my finger, guys. I mean, right now it's you know, whatever, there's a bruise there, but it ain't that bad. We're gonna continue to this particular model, and I'm gonna fire it up in a little bit. Nitro Jamie with the sickening hell yeah. That's right, Earl goes. Sometimes Nitro engines fight back. So, you know, a viewer on this post did mention, well, how was the compression prior to this happening? And, you know, the compression was garbage. Who knows? Maybe this chipped off when I took it out. It's possible. I don't know. But this isn't very good at all. Here is the block. Even as you look inside, right, the aluminum has a good amount of, I think that's what oxidation looks like on aluminum blocks on the inside. Usually, you know, I've disassembled blocks that are even older than this, and they look better than this on the inside. The bearings seem okay. I had the carb sealed, but I think this one is, it's going to be toast, my dudes. It's going to be toast. We all agree on that. I don't think this engine is repairable. So I am now on the hunt for another engine. And of course, I go to my Nitro Gang basement, and I'm like, well, guys, what can I put into this to check out the 2-speed? And of course, I've picked probably the ugliest engine that anybody has ever owned. Anybody want to tell me what that is before I continue and show you around the side of it? What is that engine, and why is it missing a good amount of the fins? Mark Nugan goes, is that a Force 18? You are close. You are on the right brand. You are on the right brand. But go down about 6. 18 minus 6 equals 12, baby. So this, in fact, TR, how you doing, bro? This, in fact, is a Force 12 engine. Probably one of the worst. But do you guys see anything interesting that I am pointing to right now? I mean, there's probably not that much interesting, but what do you see interesting? And why do you think I wound up using this engine? I'm going to get up close and personal over there, okay? So yes, this is, in fact, a Force 18. The main issue, we have ourselves a slide carburetor. And as I was discussing there earlier, they're really, unless, you know, once you're outside of the performance engines, there really are not many slide carb side exhaust engines. Yes, there are a couple, but generally when you get into the good performance OS engines, they're all going to be rear exhaust. And this particular model, yes, it has ourselves a factory Megatech side exhaust. And I did want to use the side exhaust setup. That means I had to do whatever it takes to reuse the factory Megatech carb. You could see the stamping M on it. So we are running the Megatech carb. This Force 12 did originally come with a rotary carb. Now I know it doesn't seem that important, but I'm telling you, the carb linkage on this is actually quite important. You can, with some good know-how and collars and hardware, convert carbs, you know, linkages. But if you notice the way that this servo is mounted on the right side, hey, Texas Hill, man, how you doing? I'm not grilling up today, nothing, but, you know, I do have some coffee in the fridge. So I'm going to have to go get my coffee in a bit. It's a hella humid out here. I'm just talking a little bit about this Megatech. I'm going to be firing it up in a couple moments from now. Question is, should I eat a peach or should I drink some coffee first? Which one is it going to be? By the way, the radio it came with, the guy lost the battery cover. That's why I have rubber bands. It's extra sickening. It doesn't matter. This is just a preliminary test, right? Black cheese, how you doing? Привет из России. Yes, I could read that. That means hello from a country we are at war with. Well, some people are right now, but that's okay. Привет из России. How you doing, black cheese? Happy to see you here. Here in America, black cheese, we got blue cheese. You know, we put the blue cheese on burgers generally. I must be hungry if I'm talking about burgers, guys. All right, let me go get a little bit of coffee. You guys chill a little bit here, and we're gonna fire up this Force 12. I know it's disgusting, but a nitro engine is better than an electric motor. Never forget. Could I get a hell yeah on that statement? We got David VIP Auto Bro. How you doing? Thank you for being a super long-term channel member of the ultimate top tier. Just for you, man. Well, I don't want to say just for you, but like James, Simmeroth, and Grizzly, how you doing? I asked the viewers if they thought I should get a peach or coffee, and I got a little more. We got Boosted RC. How you doing? I'm going to fire this up in a little bit, guys. I'm waiting for the sun to kind of hit the sack, you know what I'm saying? We got ourselves a peach. And if you thought my yard was just for show, here's a little more evidence for you that the yard produces little cucumbers, all right? You know why? Because I like to cut them up, put a little bit of Olive Garden, seasoning on it, or olive oil and, let's say, I guess, balsamic vinaigrette. But we got some fruit and vegetables, right? The good old fruit and veg, as they say, and, of course, a little bit of coffee. How you doing? This is all the food groups right here. That's what you need. In fact, I'm going to put this cucumber on the nitro for a second, make it a little more manly. Have a little coffee, and we're going to do a fire in the hole, everybody. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here just for show. You know, maybe the YouTube algorithm is going to promote me as a food channel. I don't know. Because today a video came out, and I gotta say, I'm not gonna complain or nothing. So I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna continue with our life. We got Bob's RC, Andrew Hack. How you doing, guys? All right. So let's fire them up in a second. Let me have a little coffee, all right? Now, keep in mind, this is not the official engine that will be in this one. The compression on this is average, to say the least. But this is a good test to see if the 2-speed will hit and the overall fit of the engine in terms of crankshafts. When you're dealing with something this old, if you take a notice, if you guys want, I can remove some of this assembly, and I could show you just how weird the setup on this Megatech crank is. Anybody want to see the Megatech crank? I have it ready for show and tell. Do we want to show and tell in the Megatech? I basically have it half apart already, you know. Oh my God, Nitro Pimp is getting more RCs. Now this is living the good life. I always say it's better to have a lot of RCs with 80% compression than to have fewer with 90%. And that's something that Aristotle once discussed. Kidding around. Maybe Da Vinci. So let me show you the issue with this old Megatech setup. Just so you understand the hassle in working on something like this. I don't want to say hassle, but the unique nature of it. All right, so the clutch seems to be normal. Notice the really, really short flywheel pins. That is extra short right here. Right, so pretty much, I don't know why they had to make it so short, because really the pins could go, oh, I get the point, because the spring is on this upper side. This way the pins do not penetrate the springs. I guess I could see some logic in that setup, huh? You guys see the logic or no? I think there's some logic. All right, so let me remove this. Did I tighten this? Damn, I tightened this real hard. Let me see if I can undo this clutch nut. All right. If you all want to see it, Eduardo, how you doing? That's right. It's all about the fruit and veg, bro. The fruit and veg. You know, today I made a spoof video of Top Gear. I don't think people understood the content. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to have to dumb the content down today. You know, a lot of YouTube videos these days, they're basically catering to the undereducated. But on this channel, I think you guys are all as smart or smarter than I am. Therefore, there is some deep background factuality. So let me show you the situation with these older style engines. This is called either a pilot nut or a clutch nut. When you remove the flywheel, basic flywheel, we have one spacer, and this is the factory setup. How you doing there, John Hurley from Driven RC? Thanks, Texas Hill. Yeah, one gear is all you need, unless you have a Nitro, then you need some fruit and veg. I mean, it's funny. I mean, no one said this is Saturday Night Live, okay? I'm not a paid performer over here. I'm just a guy with RCs on a piece of bad yard furniture. That's okay, that's how it is. I've accepted the facts in life, bros. All right. That's right, Bob's RC. It's basically the same setup. All right, so this is called a drive washer. I'm just showing the viewers maybe that haven't seen an old setup like this. I'm sure most people here are aware. Let me get this thing out. This is called a drive washer. All right. So some old crankshafts, they have a slot. This one in particular is slotted. So you're going to have to use this particular drive washer. Now, some that are standard shafts, it's called a standard shaft, they're not slotted. So what I'm saying is not many modern engines with this kind of layout. And what happens is this is going to create a problem when you get a new engine for spacing. So let me put it all back just so I have it the way it is. Crazy amount of spacers. That's basically how it would work. You see what I mean? I mean, you know, it's creative to say the least. Yeah, you guys see that like line on my thumb? This fingernail was bent all the way back. It was bleeding for about an hour. It felt like it had a heartbeat of its own, guys. Yep. All right, so that's the situation with this kind of engine setup. Now that you've seen it, you understand what we're dealing with. Not that easy to get something like this in terms of spacing. All right, let me get rid of this. This is probably toast. All right, my dudes, what's it gonna be? Cucumber or peach? And then fire in the whole time, of course. All right, I don't think people understand the cucumber jokes. So we're gonna stick specifically to this. John Hensley, no, I did not get the router yet. I just went outside and just stayed here, basically, you know? Yeah. All right, bros. fill it up a little bit. I'm gonna switch the view. Nah, we'll keep the view this way. I mean, I'm confident they'll run. It's going to be a matter of, you know, how good will the tune be on this carb. I am not 100% convinced that the Megatech carb is in fact good. You guys notice anything on here that is Traxxas parts or no? Well, where do you see Traxxas parts on this thing? I'm just curious. We got any Hawkeyes? You got any Cobra Kai Hawkeyes? Just don't bite anybody, guys. Don't bite nobody, okay? You know what I'm talking about? Don't bite nobody and pretend that you're a karate expert. Okay, Nitro Pimp is correct. This is the Traxxas carb boot. So slide carbs generally all use the same type of dust boot. Now, some people say you need it. Some people say just, you know, it creates a better seal. I'm going to use it. The one that was on here actually was preventing the carb from closing completely. So it's quite terrible. But we'll see what we have. Notice the throttle return spring. This is the throttle return spring that Megatech came up with. We have the brake lever right here, the 2-speed. Assembly looks similar to HSP, but it really isn't. Well, let's see what we got. Let me get something so this thing don't roll away first. There we go. So I'm going to try to fire her up. We'll see how it goes. Engine is not the best, but we'll see. All right, we got about 62 viewers in here. Sunday Nitro. I used to be a streamer on those days, but since I got a real job, can't be doing that all the time. You guys understand what I'm saying? All right. I know it's missing a lot of fins on the other side. I know it's super ugly. Yeah. That's going to be a cooling problem right there. But what are you going to do? I'm going to show you guys the primer. We're going to check out if the primer works. Got a question for y'all. How many primes will it take? All right, let's check the electronics. This is the servos it came with. All right, I have it set to kind of neutral throttle. We'll see how it goes. All right, so we got to investigate how many primes it will take. Let's see. John Hurley goes 8. Bro, that's highly up to, that's a lot. I'm going to say that is a lot of primes. By the way, my gear mesh is impressive. Oh, the AC compressor went on outside, condenser. Hopefully the audio will still be okay. When the condenser goes on, I can't hear crap. Big Boys Toys, how you doing, man? I got your email, and I want to say I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't have a chance to respond today, you know. Basically almost broke my thumb this weekend, but I had vertigo yesterday. Had pretty bad day in general, but Big Boys Toys, moment of silence for you. And we're going to fire up a Nitro in your family's honor. And, of course, everyone else's. But mostly you, right? All right, so how many primes? Let's watch the fuel right there. Oh, I see it. I see the little bubble right there. I see it. Let's do a couple more. Fuel has entered the carb. All right, so I'm going to do, once it enters the carb, I do about 2 more primes, all right? 1, 2. That should be ideal. So the magic number, I think, will be 4. Well, I don't have to think anymore. I did 4. Could I get a fire in the hole? Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to turn it around and start it in this position. Once it fires up, I'll adjust the idle how it needs to be adjusted. By the way, this particular radio, obviously it's an old AM radio. I'm just using it for now. Harlem NYC with the fire emojis. The throttle trim is on the right. You know, each little movement of it, like the carb opens up a huge amount. The stepping isn't the same as a modern car. As a modern 2.4 gigahertz system, rather, I meant to say. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do a little bit of a top-down view, and we'll see what it's got. I'm doing my best to create a real good view with in-depth field of vision. Okay, you guys ever watched Magic's Biggest Secrets Revealed? This is Nitro's Hybrid Secrets. Kidding, there's no secrets here. I ain't got nothing to hide. All right. Let's see what we got. 70 in the house. 1, 2, 3. Fire in a hole. Whoa, compression high in there. Whoa, I'm going to have to adjust it. Hold on a second. You know what? I'm going to do this on the ground because the vibration is too hardcore. I'm going to have to do this on the ground. It's shaking too much. The deck furniture isn't very complacent. You know what I'm saying? It's just not complacent. RC Nitro Flux, thank you, bro. That channel, Dono, I appreciate it. Could we get a fire in a hole for Nitro RC Flux and everyone else out here? All right. All right, so glow plug is good, a little high in the compression. It's gonna fire up. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Lowering the idle. All right, we got ourselves a mini runner. Let's let it chill a little bit. I think the one-way bearing was slipping. But it's a runner, baby. We're gonna test it, let her warm up. All right, it's running without the glow driver. So far so good. Let me let her warm up. The clutch is good. Watch this, the wheels ain't moving too much. Oh hell, yeah, for this Nitro. I mean, it's ugly, but you know, what are you gonna do? Let's let them warm up. I'm kind of doing a little bit of testing on this right now, okay? Lower the idle. All right, that's the lowest it goes. It's a runner though, so far. It's all right. I mean, it's missing a lot of the fins, but what are you gonna do, you know? All right, we're gonna put it on the ground, do a little lap, and then hit the 2, baby. I mean, we got an idler at best. Clutch seems good. Wheels not moving, right? It might die though, so give it a minute. All right. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of recording like this in the yard. That's my chair. Don't troll the chair. All right. I mean, it's keeping the idle to a degree. That's why you need the good old veg and the fruit. Fruit and veg, baby. Fruit and veg. All right, I'm gonna basically, it needs a tune. I mean, it runs. Brakes work. You guys hear it okay? John Hensley, I do have a temp gun, but I pretty much know the temperature. I'm gonna do a couple laps and like around here, and I'm gonna touch it. I mean, it's a runner for now. Let me just wait a little bit. I'm doing a test of the carb to see if it holds a vacuum. But I don't mean a vacuum, I mean the idle. It's consistent. So for the idle, it's consistent. I like when my engine's idle at like 190 to 210. You know, the more performance engines, they're obviously, they run hotter. You're gonna be like 240 range. All right, let's see how it is. All right, so far, I'm gonna tell you, if you can touch the cooling head, it's cold. And you see that? I'm smothering the head right now. I'm all over that head, baby, all over it. We got ourselves an average runner. I mean, I gotta say, it's going through that fuel real quick. Real quick. Fire in the hole. All right. By the way, the back is a handle. Handle, baby, handle. I'm gonna add a little fuel. What do you think? Should we hit the 2-speed, baby? Oh, there's a lot of oil coming out. Hold on. Guys, it's peeing. All that oil coming out, it's peeing. Sickening. How you like the Nitro Gang hybrid tune? All right. I don't want to get no oil on my fruit and veg. All right, idle's a little high. I'm gonna lower it a little. So far, it's a runner. I want to get it to the point where the wheels don't spin. I think I heard the 2. I think I heard it. Let's try it again. Slowly. The 2-speed baby hits. It's a little early. I think I should make it shift later. What do you think? Let's try it again. We got a 2-speed hitter. It's a shifter. That's what's up, bros. That is what's up. Proof you cannot kill a Nitro. Yeah, Nitro Pimp, this ain't the most powerful engine, but, you know, with half the fins missing, it's actually running quite all right. You know what I'm saying? All right, shut down. It ran a while. It's not too hot. It tends to bog down, I noticed. Let me see how much oil comes out. I'm gonna drop it here on the ground. Well, not too much. We're gonna fire it up again. Let me give it a minute. I'm gonna test out the compression on the warm engine, actually. All right, it's still got some. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but the 2-speed did hit. What do you guys think? Make it shift a little later? Or what? Shift later? Well, the good news is it's a runner. I think we deserve a peach. This ain't no Mackinac peach, but it's all right. Guys, this peach was $2.99 a pound. Basically, that means it was over $1. It's a delicious peach right here. I'm going to make the 2-speed shift a little later. What do you think? Too early, right? So I do want to say I'm really not planning on keeping this engine. This is just my test engine to see if I can get a fitment to fit. But I do want to say, though, the Megatech engine mount is real freaking nice. A lot of adjustment. You see all this? You can move it back and forth, obviously in and out. Yeah, I was using the ladder the other day, okay? I had to crawl up. We got any peach lovers in here? All right, we're gonna run it a little more. You, Drone, and Pandaphobia, how you guys doing? Justin, it's all about those peaches. Callie Ospec, yes, the body is a Mercedes. Well, their rendition of it, rather, right? But it appears to have been a properly licensed star, at least, right, in the front. So, I mean, this appears to be their correctly, slightly licensed rendition of the Mercedes. All right. What do you guys think? Make the 2-speed hit a little later? I got the driver out here. I could do it right now. All right, I think we need to make it hit a little later. Look at all that oil, man. This is sickening. Gotta protect the cucumber. By the way, I got parsley in the yard also. You want me to go eat some parsley? I'll go eat some parsley if you want. I'll chew it. We'll have parsley breath. All right, let's adjust the 2-speed, baby. All right, so this one, let me turn it around. All right, so you basically have the same access hold for the 2-speed. I'm gonna do it a little slow. John Hensey, thank you, bro. He goes, keep fixing these red nitros, keep Nitro alive. Hell yeah. Hopefully, bro, this hobby never dies. You know, people say we're gonna run out of used cars to repair. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. People have been saying that to me 10 years ago. Only problem is, if Traxxas keeps on making nitros, we're all gonna be repairing T-Maxes, you know? But these cars cannot be killed. Thank you, bro, for that. From John Hensley. All right, so I'm going to move the gear, and we're going to get to the 2-speed set screw. Basically, I'm looking through this hole. Let me give you a better view from the top, okay? But for real, people have been saying that for generations to me. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, of course, we might not be... Oh, is that the screw? No, it's the second screw. It's the offset screw. There we go. There's the 2-speed baby right there. I'm going to give you a close-up and personal view of it as I dig in. The lighting is not the best, but... All right, so basically, I got to turn this to the right. Okay, I'm in the screw. I'm in the screw. It's definitely not stripped. By the way, I had this whole transmission apart already, in case you're wondering. All right, so it's in the screw for sure, in the set screw. I'm going to turn it to the right to shift a little bit later. I got to press down hardcore on it. Give me a second. Ah. Okay, a little more. A little more. All right, I did a little bit. There's something with that set screw. The original owner, I'm quite convinced, stripped the original set screw. So when I took it all apart, I had to rebuild all of it. But the 2-speed does engage. It's just a matter of how early. Now, of course, you know, when I checked the 2-speed by just having it here, that's not a good test. You really have to check it in normal driving conditions. That will be optimal. All right, bros. We're going to fire it up again, huh? By the way, come on. Tell me this is not creative. Look at this little carry handle in the back. That is sickening. You can pick it up. You can go get a drink from your barista or whatever. Bro, that's convenient. You know, women have purses. Men have nitros that have a handle. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Unless your name is Rhonda Drake and you marry a guy with a lot of nitros. Then you have pink engines. And that's literally the truth, bros. That's literally the truth. Weird thing. I'm not sure if mine is missing the bumper. But, you know, this appears to be the bumper. But this, in fact, is just an adjustable body post. So you have extra holds here to move the body post to the front. I'm not sure if anyone else has one of these cars. It appears there should have been a bumper over here. But of course, this is how I got it, so that's what I got. All right, guys, let's do a fire in the hole again, huh? I have to start it on the side because the oil on this, man. I might start on the ground, actually. I don't know. All right. That's right, Cali O-Spec. Rich and loud when we can. Although these .12s are real quiet. So, you know, I normally don't like to, you know, make extra noise in my area. I do live around neighbors, of course. You know, this is New York City right here. You got to care about the people around you. You know, people today have this opinion of, I don't care about what anybody thinks. That ain't true. Nitro Pimp, yes, I'm sure Adam Drake has a giant collection. There's no denying that, you know. All right, let's fire in the hole again. I'm basically just going to keep running it for a little bit to see how the system runs. You know, I haven't settled on this engine. The real trouble, honestly, guys, I've been looking for another engine for this. I don't really want to go with the Megatech engine. There are a couple on eBay, but these are not even that great, to be honest with you. They're kind of tough to start. And hopefully the carb is okay. My main goal now is really to just test the carb. If this Megatech carb, I'm running the Megatech carb, for those of you that don't know, I did keep the carb. As long as the carb, Richard B, how you doing, bro? Melissa is not here with me today. That's why I'm outside talking about fruit and veg. If I was here and I was talking about fruit and veg, I would get hit, okay? It would hurt a lot. And I got work tomorrow. I can't afford to have a slap. Can't do it. But if this carb is okay, and it appears to be running okay, I'm just keeping check of that idle creep. I don't want the idle creep. We don't want no creeps around here. Guys, you want creeps around here? I don't want no creeps around here. This Nitro gang is creep free for the most part. Zero creep, gang. All right. Fire in the hole again. I might have to start on the floor again, though. We'll see. If it doesn't fire up here easily, I'm going to put it on the ground. I think this one-way pin is stuck or something is missing. Going to raise the throttle. Yeah, there might be something wrong with this one-way bearing too. It feels like it's slipping, obviously. So I raised the throttle trim on the radio a little bit on the high side. We're gonna try it again. If it doesn't fire up, I'll just get a starter box, all right? This ain't gonna defeat me. Fire in the hole, I forgot to say it. Let her warm up a little bit with the glow driver for now. Oh, damn it. Too much oil in the system. I'm running kind of high oil content fuel right now, so. And this thing is slipping. It's not good. It just started doing that. I wasn't doing that before. What the hell? Well, that's gonna need cleaning. Yeah, it's slipping for some reason now. Let me put it on the ground. It wasn't slipping before. So all these viewers in here got scared. I'm gonna try it again. If not, I'll just get a starter box. Yeah, it's slipping for some reason there. All right, what do you guys think? Starter box? It needs this assembly. It for sure needs this assembly. It's slipping a lot. It's just a test engine, really. What do you say? Pull out the box? I'm gonna go pull out the box. Sickening. All right, guys. The pull-out just came in. Spins right. All right. It should fire up this way, let's hope. Let's see what happens. It might run, it might not run, who knows. I'm gonna rearrange the view a little bit. All right. Good look at it this way. Hopefully fire in a hole. Gotta line it up. All right, it's lined up. It appears. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. That's what's up. Gotta warm it up. Just doing a warm up. All right, it's a runner. I'm gonna test out the 2 again, okay? I have the idle a little high, just to test it. Can't kill the fire in a hole. All right, I'm gonna lower the idle. We're gonna hit the 2, hopefully. All right, it shifts a little better. It's a little better. It's a shifter. I'm gonna put it on the ground. Worst turning circle ever. Think I'm going to richen the low speed a little. Who thinks it might do a donut? Anybody want to see a donut? Can I get a donut? Hell yeah. Oh God, I can't make a single turn out here. All right, I'm gonna richen it a little bit. All right, I'm gonna do a donut, hell yeah, hold on. I mean, it is just a .12. It did it. It did it, baby. What's up there, Tarek? How you doing? Just out of here testing the Megatech, and it did the donuts. It did the thing, and it made the noise like Nitro Pimp says. And it hit the 2-speed, baby. Sickening. It tends to bog down a little bit. That's probably because the engine is half toast. Almost out of fuel. Let me get it a little fuel, guys. It's slow on the fuel. Let's hit the 2 again. You ready for the 2? The 2-speed baby hits. It's running still a little bit on the weird side. Carb is not too perfect, I think, still. What's up, rock and roller? How you doing? Sickening. Just let it idle for a second. two-speed baby works. All right, I'm gonna let it chill. I'm gonna shut it down, all right? All right, my dudes, what do you think about that? Could I get a little bit of a Nitro gang? Hell yeah. I mean, it didn't totally suck. I wouldn't say it's perfect. The engine is probably a little bit low on the compression, in my opinion. But we had ourselves the two-speed hit. We had a fire in the hole multiple times. And this was probably one of the worst condition nitros I've purchased in a very, very long time, I think, guys. This is more proof. When you get the cucumbers in the back, you get good luck in the front. Let's talk about futures contracts over here. You know, the futures contracts, basically what destroys the middle class in this country. You know, these companies betting on futures, options. We don't care about futures contracts because a nitro can never be killed. Good news, two-speed is good. Gear mesh is good. No weird grinding noises. Engine, this is not going to be the official engine. Jim, how you doing, bro? Happy to see you here. It's for sure probably will not be the official engine. It does tend to bog down. Now, I don't know whether it's because the Megatech carb is not awesome, or the engine is just kind of shitty. It's, as I test it like this, it feels like it has okay compression. But, you know, it's basically a parts engine I got from a long, long time ago. It's still a mystery. But starter box fired it up just right, did it not? Let me read some of your comments over here. Give me a second. Let me go retrieve my radio from the ground. Obviously, radio gear is trash. This is just for testing purposes. Missing the bottom completely, you know. But what do you all think, man? It's come a long way, huh? I think it's come a long way. Next agenda will be to figure out how to mount this body better, because I'm missing these body inserts. I don't think it should matter. I could probably 3D print some crap over here, you know. Yeah, Cali spec. Those old radios run 8 AA's. It's pretty normal how it was back then, you know. Tara goes, how is it bogging down? To me, it seems after, you know, hitting the two-speed at a little bit of that high RPM, it tends to kind of go down in the RPM, and I have to kind of keep it high a little bit. It doesn't seem to shut down much. I'm going to see. Maybe I'll let it cool and start it again. Question is, should I go get an ice pop? Who wants to see an ice pop? And what color? Because I will go get an ice pop right now, baby. All right, it's ice pop time. All right, we'll let you chill over here with the RC for a second while I go fetch, as they say, an ice pop. My dudes, the ice pop came with a Team Magic G4. I opened up the fridge. And the Team Magic was in there with the ice pop. And it's Nitro Gain Green. Ultimate sickening day today, huh? That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. All right, let me take a second here to eat some ice pops. If you all want, there's no reason this Team Magic can't be fired up right now. Michael Sucha, what's going on, man? OS 12 TG. Halfway, not great compression either. I'm the king of 50% compression. Sick. %50 compression, king. All right, so you guys might remember this one. I've done a good amount of work on this. It hasn't made a video debut in quite a while. I have redone all of the wiring in this area. It was a major disaster how this was wired, and including the wiring on that side. Yeah, the Megatech versus the Team Magic, not a comparison, but any Nitro is a good Nitro. Things go good, I might fire it up. Give me a second, I'm eating my ice pop over here, guys. You should all go get yourself an ice pop. Enjoy the summer while you can, you know. Of course, when the sun goes down, I stay home in the sun. Frank Arguello, how you doing, bro? Sorry I didn't see you here before. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so let me bring you all up to speed on this Team Magic. Took a while to get the wiring good. So I'm still using the factory, the original battery came with. Not the best thing, but that's what I got for now. All right, so these models are known for this Stingray-esque looking tank. Look at that, this thing is sickening. Could I get a Stingray tank? Hell yeah, baby. By the way, if you want to yell fire in a hole with a 2-speed baby, I put a couple links in the video description. Highly recommended you pick some of those 2-speed Nitros up while they are still in stock. I've been saying to get that Serpent SRX-8, it's like the first link. And before you know it, they're going to be discontinued or gone, or the price is going to go up. And you're going to miss out. And then you're going to say, hi, Brad, you told me. All right, let's see what we got on this. The sun is going to be going down. I put up a tent over here, as you could see, to protect myself from the harmful UV radiation. But the problem when you put up a tent, guys, you got to take the tent down. So what do you think? Should I take the tent down right now while it's still not too dark? I'm going to be doing this crap at night, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Terra goes, that tank is unique. What matters about this tank, it actually is real deep, and there are good partitions there for the fuel. And if you want, I can take the tank out right now and show it to you. It's that quick to remove the tank. Do you all want to see me take the tank out real quick? Bro, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. Where are my pliers at? You want to see the tank or what? Okay. People want to see the tank. You see that? I know what the people want. You know why? Because I'm part of the people. Just so you know how easy this stuff is. There's just 2 body clips. And then tank is going to come out. Watch this. Well, there's fuel line there. But you get the point. Here's the tank. That's it. So most of it, as you notice, it's a real low CG design. I just put that in to protect it from the heat. Real easy to remove this tank, guys. It's sickening, right? Fuel pickup at the bottom has a a filter. That's right, Big Boys Toys go same as the Velox V10. Yeah, I think these in America were marketed as Team Magic. In Australia and I think parts of other countries, these were a different brand. But here they were marketed as Team Magic. But the brand Team Magic still exists. Lotus, how you doing, bro? You missed the sickening fire in the hole. You missed some peaches. You missed some ice pops. And you missed some cucumbers. Bro, you missed a lot. What's going on? Okay. I want to put this tank back in. Real low CG design. Boom, there you go. Super easy. What do you guys think? Should we do a fire in a hole in this one right now? Fire in a hole or what? Okay, Monty said yeah. I gotta listen to channel members. Where would I be without those? All right, electronics are a go. Let me eat a little ice pop, okay? Hold on a second. Gotta enjoy the ice pop while you can. All right, so the Megatech is a go, but it ain't no Team Magic, you know? All right, let me get situated on this one. That's right, Tarek, we're gonna fire it up. Zwalaki, how you doing, man? New to RC and new to the channel. Well, we are happy to have you here, man. These are a couple of old Nitros. You know, if you go to the channel, I have some pretty modern ones. These are, you know, at least 20 years old at this point, but as I say on the channel, and the viewers know, you can't kill a Nitro. Unless, of course, well, I'm not going to say that one. Because they could kill him many times. Like, we're talking many afterlife level over here. All right, let me see how this is going to be positioned. All right, so the starter box spins left. And the wheels spin this way forward. Okay, so we got to position it this way. That's good. That's good. Let me get a little fuel in there. I think that fuel in there is a little old. Let's see if we got this today, guys. Oh, but everybody wants to run. What do you say? Is there going to be a fire in a hole right away, or is it going to take me some time? Who the hell knows? It might take time. I'm not the king of fires in the hole. I'm just the guy that does them sometimes once in a while. But very, very consistently, of course, and well. All right, let me position it. Get the flywheel. The hardest part is lining this thing up. And I'll prime it. This is the hardest part. Positioning and not burning out the wheel. All right. I think it primed. Let me switch the view so you all could see what I'm doing. Gonna be a fire in a hole right now. I hope. One, two, three, fire in a hole. Give it a little juice. Can't kill it. Now this is a great sounding engine, huh? Sickening. That's what's up, everybody. That's a runner. That's an OS for you. That's to warm up. Hell yeah. Sounds good, huh? The 2-speed hits. It takes a while to warm up. Run it a little bit. That engine takes a while to warm up. Yeah, this does not compare to the Megatech. This is light years better than Megatech. But the turning radius sucks. Bro, turning radius is horrible. Yeah, this thing needs a lot of open space, you know what I'm saying? Dan, how you doing, bro? OS 12 TG running rich and loud. Too rich. 2-speed, baby. It's still too rich right now. You all heard the 2? I heard the 2. Should we hit the 2 again? What do you think? Hit the 2 or what? Again. Too rich, guys. It's too rich. I could only do it a little before. I'm kidding. It hit the 2. You thought I was joking around. I was. Sickening. Do you hear that? A proper OS engine returns back to idle like it's nobody's business, bros. That's a team magic for ya. Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna shut it down a little bit. Now that's a beautiful idle, though. Come on. Come on. Even Jean-Claude Van Damme would love this. What's up there on the fly, man? Red Cat Chimera. Sickening. I can make Van Damme jokes. Melissa not here right now. All right, my bros, I'm going to shut it down. That's about it, everybody. What'd you think about that? That is a real good engine. That's basically how they run. So this one's still a little bit on the rich side. I would say the compression is probably 50%. If I leaned it out, it would shift earlier. But it's okay. It's a real snappy. This thing is snappier than a comeback from your ex-girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All right, gonna make sure the piston is at not the top. Okay, it's pretty good. Compression is okay. That's what you get when you get a proper OS engine. And a real low center of gravity type chassis, which is what you see here. I mean, everything here is super low, real low. So, Sunday night Nitro. I would say success, baby. Success. What do y'all think about that? Hey there, Woogie. How you doing, man? Brought out a nice engine. Woogie's here. I knew it. I knew it. That's how you get a Woogie to come out. You bring out a top-notch engine. Brought out the Megatech. Everybody left. Terra, bro, thank you for that. Super chat. Terra goes, sickening Megatech repair and beautiful race tune Team Magic, keeping Nitro great. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. So the news on the Megatech, this engine is trash. As you could see, it's literally missing everything. I think it's totally drivable, but other than that. There's also something I noticed with the screws on the cooling head, by the way. So I really don't want to remove this cooling head. I think one of the old bolts broke off in the block. And basically, I'm essentially running 3 screws right now on the head. That's kind of the situation. I don't really want to mess with repairing this. I know it runs okay, not perfect. But I'm going to look for another engine for this Megatech. Over time, I'm not going to say I'm going to do it right now or whatever, you know, not even this week. But the problem is, guys, the problem is, in my opinion, there's real big limitations with small block slide carb engines that are standard shaft and side exhaust. Now, we have a couple good channel experts here, Nitro experts, and I think you guys could admit and confirm. You see, this OS is awesome, but it's a rear exhaust. I need a side exhaust. So for side exhaust, you're pretty much only stuck with like Force engines for the most part, like the low end ones, like the Force 12, anything from HPI mostly. I think the factory Megatech is not going to be an option in this case. They're just not very great and they're expensive. What's up, JWRC, man? How you doing? I just fired both of these up right here. One has a carry handle and one actually runs good. Pick which one. Oh, I showed you. Process of elimination. Yeah, Lotus, we can call this a dumpster fire Nitro. It runs, I wouldn't, you know, the 2-speed works. I think, you know, at the RC track, it'll be a driver. It'll be a good runner, but that's about it. Over time, you know, if I come across anything like this, what's really a problem, and I was looking at this earlier. If I can get like a VX18, but the problem is those cars have rotary carbs. Boosted RC here goes drop at 3.0, so that's HPI T 3.0. Well, the G 3.0 I would need really because I need a slide carb. The thing is, I'm not 100% convinced this carb is good. I'm going to be honest with you. I know it sounded okay on video, but like in my own performance testing, I can tell it's not perfect, right? Even with, like, I sealed the crap out of it. You can see there's like a bunch of sealant all over it, right? The silicone sealant. I have a new O-ring. Dylan, how you doing, man? But the fuel system is good. The transmission is good. And I know we have some adjustability. Raw RC, man, happy Sunday Nitro to you. You know, guys, before I did this live stream, I checked if any of the chosen ones in the Nitro gang are doing a stream tonight. And if you're planning on doing it, I'm going to be ending not too long from now. All the power to you. I know Texas Hill sometimes does one. JP's RC sometimes does one. That's pretty much all I'm aware of at this time right now. John Hensley, thank you, man. And guys, John Hensley's working on a Savage this week and an XTM, a Mammoth. That's right. The top dogs of the Nitro world. All right, I'm going to do maybe one more fire. Cooper fan, what's going on, brother? I'm going to do maybe one more fire in a hole. Give me a second here. And then I'm going to call it a night. Probably going to go ride my bike, actually. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do. Oh, we can't forget Woogie Stream. That's right. Give me a second, guys. I'm just refreshing. Let me see what else we can get. I'm going to offer one more fire up, all right? But yeah, if anybody is aware of a proper replacement engine for this Megatech, let me know, message me on the Nitro Gang Facebook group, stuff like that. Oh, Texas out here trying to start the Nova 5 B5R. Guys, Texas put out a recently real experimental video. I think I like his idea on how to get those engines broken in correctly. I'm not going to discuss it. I want you to go to Texas Hill Country's channel to check it out, because those high compression engines are a real pain in the butt to fire up, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you guys think I have some peas in the back over there? Are there any peas? We got any peas? Thunder Tiger Pro 12 goes Tarek. Are those brand new? I really would not mind something like cheapo, like a VX engine, but those things have rotary carbs. Northeast Mods, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna do another fire up on one of these. What do you want to see, y'all? One more fire up. One fire in the hole. I'm gonna go get some peas from the garden. Give me a second. All right, my dudes, I couldn't find any peas, but I got some other things. Who wants to identify what this is? You never know what hybrid is going to pull out, bros. You never know. Okay, what's this over here on the right? What's that? Usually they use this for like pickles. What's on the left? Tamar, how you doing, bro? On the right, we got some dill. You know how you spell that? D-I-L-L. It's delicious stuff. On the left, we got some parsley. Oh, I could smell it all the way from here. That's right, dill and parsley, baby. You know, herbs are too much money at the stores. You could grow them. You know what I mean? You get it done. You want to see me eat it? I'll eat it. I'll eat it right now. Which one you want to see me eat? Yeah, we got parsley on the left. I'll eat one right now. They're good for salads right here. All right, which one's it going to be? All right. What's up there, Draco? You joined when I'm about to eat some herbs. Sick. All right, I'm going to eat the parsley. Some great parsley right there. All right, let's do a little nitro fire up. I'm going to keep this for later. All right, my offer to you, one more fire in the hole. You want to see this OS Team Magic G4 or the newly slightly repaired Megatech? Man, I gotta say, this thing has large tires. By the way, the gearing on the Megatech is real hardcore. Look at how big that pinion is. The pinion's impressive. All right, Lotus wants to see codename dumpster fire. That's okay, we can make that happen. All right, you gotta love your nitros. Keeping them organic. Bro, I don't know about you. I love organic nitros. Not organic food prices though, of course not, never. All right, we're gonna do the Megatech. Hopefully the one-way bearing is okay. If not, I'll use the starter box. mean, right now, the bearing seems to not be slipping. It's weird. All right, we're going to try the pull starter, bros. How about this? Anybody want to see me slice into this cucumber? I will eat this with some salt right now. No, for real. I will eat this with salt. It's real good. It brings out the juices. You want to see a cucumber or what? I'm going to go get a knife. This is straight from the yard, guys. This is highly nitro organic. Dolo, Brolik, how you doing, bro? Highly organic. Not even a joke around here. This is the truth. We're gonna chop it up on the starter box. You ready for the chopping? Can I get a hell yeah? Where you see this before? Nowhere. Boom. Nitro Gang Organics. Farm coming next. Coming to you soon. Yeah, with some salt, it brings it out, baby. Brings it out. Now, as a kid, this is how we used to eat them. It's sickening. Straight from the yard. Oh, yeah, baby. Now, that's a... I think these are like small cucumbers, but... I think called Kirby's. Or a nitro cucumber diet. Gotta put a little salt. Oh, you want to season it? I'll season it with parsley, baby. Soon the grapes are going to be coming out, too. Going to be delicious. John, man, how you doing? John, special thanks today for super chats in the video. John, the oil and vinegar, I can't find it. Melissa put it somewhere. I can't find it, bro. She left me today. She went to hang out with her family. That's why I'm out here cutting it up with cucumbers. You know, this is what happens when she goes and does stuff. I get crazy. Sickening. Yeah, this is sea salt in here. Don't worry, John. I'm going to fire this up. I'm just eating some organic nitro cucumbers, you know? No funny business. This is true. You missed the dill. We got dill, too. There's some peas. I can't find the peas. Can't find the peas outside, though. David, bro, good update. Bad wire to the glow plug. Easy fix, my dude. Easy fix for you. You're a genius. Yeah, Callie, I will grow hamburger trees day and night. All right, bro. I'm going to eat this in a little. Let's fire this up before it gets too dark. We got a whole salad going on out here, bro. Got a whole salad. All right, before it gets dark or whatever, we're gonna fire up this Megatech again. Hopefully it fires. This is, as I said, just a temporary engine in this right now. Eventually, when I find an engine without missing head fins, I will use that. Okay. Hopefully the one-way bearing isn't slipping right now, because it was before. So Let me raise the throttle a little bit. I'll lower it as soon as it starts. All right, come on. Could I get a cucumber? Hell yeah. Oh, it's slipping. Yeah, this one-way bearing is slipping, but I got a starter box if anything. Yeah. It's almost there. It's slipping for some reason. Well, that's gonna be the next adventure. All right, whatever, we're gonna use the box then. If it slips, we'll make it grip. It was fine just before. Sickening. All right, fire in the hole. There we go. It's a runner. It's a runner, everybody. Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, the 2-speed does engage. And that's just a temporary engine. I'm gonna richen the low-speed needle a little, right? What do you all think? Richen the low speed? All right, it's a little better. Let's hit the 2. You ready? Who wants to yell 2-speed, baby? It hits. Thanks, Tarek. Two-speed is super solid on this. Engine leaves a little bit to be desired though. But it's a runner. I'm gonna let it idle here for a little while, all right? I'm basically checking to see whether it got idle creep. We don't want no creeps, especially idle creeps. Sickening. Yeah, this car had a hard life, by the way. It wasn't easy. I mean, it runs okay. What do you think? Lower the idle set a little bit? Low speed needle. I'm gonna richen it. All right, a little better. It's a little better. That's right, idle star creeps, bro. I mean, it runs. It's a fat header. I'm gonna let it chill here for a little. Really get a good test of that idle creep. I mean, engine isn't hot. I could touch it. It's not horrible. It's a runner, baby. I'm gonna go put that ladder away, okay? I had to use the vent, the ladder, to do a little bit of a duct cleaning this week. Well, more like last week. I forgot to put away. How you doing there, Stone FPV, bro? I'm just idling this Megatech for now, you know? Still running okay. I richened it a little bit. I'm trying to lower the idle just a tad. But the carb seems to be responsive at idle. But at high RPM, who knows? It might be garbage. What the hell is this, though? It's a runner. Big fat runner right here. KP, bro. This car is from the early 2000s. Got a lot of nitro fuel on it. I mean, exhaust rather. Weird cutout. I'm pretty sure this is not how the AMG. Yeah, there's a 10 scale Megatech. 10 scale. 10 scale touring car. Pretty sure this is not the correct contour line of a Mercedes CLK. Big Boys Toys, I haven't gotten that Mugen running yet, but it's still in the box, bro. Yeah, Tarek, I think we're supposed to have a foam in the front, right? I'm gonna look it up. So far, it's a runner though. Can't kill an old Nitro. I mean, it's running pretty okay. All right. That's it. It was running out of fuel. It was leaning out. You see that? I put in the comments. I even have time to type, guys. I got a little over-exaggerated right there. That's what happens. I wanted it to shut it down. You heard it lean out. So low-speed needle tune is not terrible. That's what it means. Well, my dudes, so far, a minor little achievement, I think, has been reached on this one. When you get the oil out of there. Oh, yeah. A lot of oil came out. That's, long ago, people used to do the low-speed needle pinch test. Of course, when you run out of fuel, it does it for you. So, when the engine speeds up a little bit, it's really not a good idea to let it run out of fuel too fast, especially on an old engine like this. I mean, mine still has compression, though, to be honest with you. The engine, I could easily touch it. You see that? I'm literally touching it with my whole hand right now, and it's fine, right? So it could still run a lot leaner. You could see my high-speed needle is not even buried in there right now, but not a great idea to let it run out of fuel because it's going to burn up a lot of that oil that's in there, especially on an old engine like this. But, you know, obviously, if you're going to do long-term storage and you're running out of fuel, you might want to put some after run or 3-in-1 after that. Otherwise, you know, you're going to, it's not in your best interest to do that. Well, bros, what do you think about the Nitro Gang restoration so far? Got to tell you, I was sick this whole week, all right? Had some pretty bad vertigo yesterday. Didn't do anything. But at night, I felt a little better. Stayed up till 3:30 in the morning. Worked on this. You know, Melissa was saying, "Hey, Hybrid, where are you? Where are you?" But I told her, "Boo, I'm busy." And this is the culmination of that argument right here. You know what I'm saying? It's sickening. That's right, Eduardo. Sergio, how you doing, bro? All right, guys, I'm going to do a little work on putting this tent away, and you could chit chat for a little while over here, and I'm gonna bring the stuff back in house. You know, I gotta take away this canopy. Let me start moving this out. That's it. That thing saved me today, hardcore, guys. You know, like some people have, I guess, the shade falls on the side of the house where, like, the sun goes up. Mine is like freaking hot here after 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Freaking can't even come out here anymore, you know. But major success, I want to say, guys. Go out there, make Nitro great again. It's fun, okay? It's fun. And with that, I'm going to let you all call it a night. Damn, this radio, there's something wrong with this radio. It is real hot here on top. Probably killed all my double A's. Killed it. Got a lot of stuff to bring in. Harlem, bro, you have a good night. Let me just say goodbye to some of you guys here. I mean, all of you, you know, now I can't get everyone, of course. Grow yourself some cucumbers, I'm telling you. They're very good. Tomatoes not ready yet. Texas Hill Country, bro, you got it anytime. You're a good friend of mine. Nitro Pimp, man, better watch your videos soon. Everybody better go watch Nitro Pimp videos. I'm telling you, his RCs are superior to what you see here. These are what you know, what you call, these are like the Saturn. Okay, that Megatech, that's like the Saturn Ion of the Nitro world. Okay, Saturn Ion looked good on paper, but was the world's worst vehicle. Everybody here can confirm that. Gonna get a I hate a Saturn Ion, hell yeah. Michael Sucha, Tarek, bro, you guys have a good night. I'll be back with you one day. We can discuss the Saturn Ion green line. Or was it the red line? Was it the blue line? It was the Saturn Ion green line, right? No, red line. It was a red line. The Saturn View red line. It's like the Hyundai N line today. The N line, you know, the N, I guess the N line they call it, you know. That's right, Tom R. He knows all about the red line. You see, Tom R, bro? That's why you're on the right channel. Because you got facts that are correct. Competed with the Chevy. What was that Chevy? You know what? I got to fire up my Lincoln as well. I could fire it up, but last time I did it, like everybody left, so I ain't going to be doing that no more. For those of you that don't know, I got myself a Lincoln LSV8, all right? This is the ultimate. Probably the last driving car in all of New York or America even. With a real dual exhaust. Oh, Tom R messing with a twin turbo Z. Well, I got a 3.9 small block V8 with a misfire. It's a healthy misfire though, you know. Kidding around. There's no such thing as a healthy misfire. All misfires are bad. They all suck. That's what's up right here. Hold on a second. Is that a Terror Crusher in the back seat? Because that's a Terror Crusher in the back seat. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Only problem is my damn sunroof leaks. I can't fix it. All right, my dudes. We're going to call it a day. I appreciate you all being here. I'm probably going to go fire up that Lincoln, you know, cycle the battery a little bit. I had it on a battery charger for a while, but I had an issue with my outlets the other day. And basically disassembled my entire GFCI outlet. Now I got to buy another case for the GFCI outlet. I thought I had a short, neutral to short, ground to neutral short. John Hensley, thank you, bro. He goes, keep building the man. We're going to keep doing what we can. You know how it is. I started this channel a long time ago with a model rocket video. And I still have that model rocket. That means we don't forget or delete very low viewed videos. It means the same thing, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want, I could fire up the Lincoln. I mean, it's still not dark outside, so I already basically did what I had to do. So, I mean, Melissa ain't home, so I got some time to spare. They didn't really go nowhere today because I still have a bit of symptoms of vertigo. So what do you think? You want to fire up on the Lincoln? All right, let me go get the keys. Let's go get the keys. All right, bros, the internet might be a little janky. We'll do a little fire up on the Lincoln. This is when keys looked sickening. Yeah, so this car does have a remote start. But for some reason, the thing that it don't work no more. I think it got deprogrammed. It's old, you know. It's a 2004. This is a 2004 car, guys. You know, it's hella old. By the way, there is a Nitro in the trunk, in case you were wondering. Forgot what the model code is, but I have it written somewhere. We got puddle lights. See that long ago? Cars had lights in the mirrors. By the way, these are auto dimming and heated. And they're not garbage like the BMWs, by the way. These are actually good mirrors. Sickening. And that is some real American USDA grade A leather. There's a reason why there's a Terra Crusher in my backseat. JW, thank you, bro. Yeah, these models are not really cop cars. These are the epitome of Ford Lincoln Mercury design in 2004. Believe me. It's extremely smooth inside. Small block V8. Comes standard with a check engine light. That's included. You ready for that? Drop down steering wheel. Easy entry. Great start. Let me turn the lights on. That's what it's about, baby. Don't worry, those beeps don't mean much. Gotta apply the parking brake. Sickening. Lincoln gang. Check this out. Factory THX audio. Real nice green color LED lights. What I mean LED? I don't mean LED. I mean dash lights. Dash lights. They're not LED. Wrong type of light. Check this out. Oh, it's glitching. Oh, that's glitching for some reason. Let's keep it how it is. I don't want to touch the touch screen. Factory dual subs in this. This normally worked. I could get it out. I don't know why it's glitching. It's probably too hot today. Maybe the plastic swelled or something. But everything works in this car. Oh, we have heated and cooled seats, by the way. Check this out. Cooled seats, baby. 2004. That's how you get it done. I got the ACs on my ass right now. Look at that console. This is proper Ford design. This is a sexy console, my dudes. No, so this is actually real wood. This is not plastic. This particular model had authentic wood. This is not plastic. It's not destroyed. It's on the wheel as well. That's just a misfire due to my ignition coil. I could fix that. That's no big deal. Oh, it's not a very fuel efficient car. This is back when cars had ashtrays. All like soft close materials, real nice. By the way, the armrest has a special feature where it can slide for your comfort. You could slide it and adjust it in any position you want. Electronic parking brake. We have the Ford Select Shift automatic. The column moves up and down. It's power. Foot pedals move up and down as well. This is a hardcore vehicle right here. So John Hensley, this does not have the 4.6. This is a special Ford version of the Jaguar 3.9 small block V8. So this is not really the Crown Victoria engine. This is a much higher horsepower motor. This is a 280 horsepower model. The 4.6 in the Crown Vics and the Grand Marquis were like 225 horsepower. This is way beyond that. Why don't this thing come out? It used to come out. Whatever. Some shit happened. Check this out. We'll just leave it. We got ourselves adjustable, well, I don't want to say adjustable, but a real good audio interface for the THX system. This system features 2 fat subs in the back, by the way. The audio in this car is different from the audio in the regular non-ultimate version. Sickening. Yeah, JW, this is a completely different model. This is the 3.9 V8. It's from the Jaguar, which they call the 4.0. But in this case, it's not the the same one. All right, let's check out the lights. By the way, we got factory HIDs. You see those lights? Bros, these are factory HIDs. They just need a bit of a polish. But name me a car other than a Maxima or like an i35 that had factory HIDs in 2004. Yeah, Tom R, this is basically the Thunderbird, but the Lincoln version. With the sport suspension. And aluminum body, by the way. Not everything is aluminum, most of it. Listen how it idles. It idles better than the Megatech. The lights are just, the plastics are bad. So we got proper like 5,000K HIDs. That's my Murano. That's a sexy car, huh? I mean, for 2004, come on. That's a front end right there. Yeah, Texas Hill. That's right, man. Tamar goes 98 Maxima. This car would have destroyed the Maximas. By the way, we have rear heated seats as well. This is the rear door. Rear heated seats. Sick. But it ain't that big, as you could see with the seats back. This thing ain't no Crown Victoria, guys. People that think this is like a Crown Vic or something, it is not. This is not even a town car. This is a completely different vehicle. So this does 0 to 60 in like 6.1 seconds, which were big numbers back in the 2000s. There were not many cars that could hit that, from not like a sport car version. It's same generation, 2004 Tamiya. That's why it's in the trunk. I mean, in the seat. Yeah, Tarek, I already polished the headlight cover. Like, it doesn't polish it. I did everything to it already. It's not good. This car also has parking sensors in the back. I mean, not a lot of cars had that. And it purrs. The idle is just so good. The only thing with these cars is they have like 0 resale value. That's basically the main thing. No resale value. But whatever, I'm not trying to resell nothing here. I'm trying to enjoy cars while I can. All right, my dudes, I think we're going to have to go move the Murano, actually, because Melissa's going to be coming home in a little bit. Sickening. She's going to say, hybrid, let me park. Paige Smith, how you doing? Happy to see you. Look at this door card, though. They don't make door cards like this really anymore. Even carpeting on the bottom reminds me of the Corvettes. Tarek goes, what's the Tarot Crusher doing? Well, Tarek, man, I figured if we're going to have a 2004 Lincoln out here, we might as well have ourselves a 2004 Terror Crusher in it as well. And they go together, bro. It's like soup and carrots. Okay, you like soup with carrots? I do. Oh, check this out. Ashtray, baby. Ashtray. Sick. Look how fat these seats are. Those are some fat seats. Literally no room in the back. Got negative room in the back. It's idling. Big Boys Toys Band, welcome back. Yeah, this is the cleanest one you're gonna see. We got lumbar, we got perforated, heated, cooled leather seats. No rips, rip-free. Look how beautiful that Lincoln design is, honestly. That's just the floor mat, so I don't get the other floor mat dirty. We do have the factory floor mat on the bottom. You see that? That's just so it's clean. That's my way of making fun of Kias, okay? Just so you know. All right, my dudes. I don't know why this thing don't open. It used to open just fine. this factory screen. Let me see if it opens up. It used to open up just fine. I think one of the CDs got stuck in there or something. No, something wrong with it. Whatever, I'll figure it out later. We also got factory nav on this, by the way. Let me show you the nav. I just got to switch it for a second, okay? Hold on a second. I got haters up in there. Let me show you the nav. If you guys want to see the nav, I'll show you the nav. This car is factory DVD nav, and it works real good. I checked it many times. I used to use it all the time before, like, you know, nav systems were a thing on phones. It actually runs real good, the nav. All right. So we got ourselves a real functional built-in nav from Lincoln at this time. These cars basically share the same system as the Lincoln Aviator and the Navigators. So the dash interface is basically identical for all of Ford and Lincoln that generation. Sickening. I'm gonna shut it down. I gotta go move the Murano now. See that? My AC is cold, guys. We got cooled seats in this. Sickening. I'm gonna turn it off. And that's all there is to it. You can't kill a Lincoln until it fails inspections. Or needs tires. This one needs tires. That's why I really haven't driven it much. And it needs like basically all the tires. Which is no big deal, but you know, whatever. Real tiny glove box. The glove box is basically only for the owner's manual. It doesn't fit anything else. But yeah, the lighting in here is great too. Like, it's just a good looking car. And obviously it's low. It's like a sports sedan. There you go. I'm not even going to open the trunk. You're going to freak out. I don't want no freaking out over here today. Key fob still works. Yep. Texas is correct on that, I think, actually. All right, my dudes. Unless you want to see me go move the Murano somewhere, I'm going to probably call it a day for now, you know. I appreciate you all being here. The Lincoln, it was probably a real hot car on the day. Back when I got it, I actually bought that car when it was 5 years old. And it depreciated so much, you wouldn't believe if I told you how much I paid for it. But it don't matter. I've had it a long time. The insurance in that car is like hella cheap. And I got myself a Nitro over here on the side. All right, my dudes, I got some stuff to do. I hope we all have a good, positive week. Hope nothing bad happens in the world today. You know, we got wars on multiple countries' fronts. It's not good. Texas Hill is really actually correct, basically, on that one. Yeah, I paid about 10% of that car's MSRP after 5 years. That's how fast those cars depreciated. But what are you going to do? You know what I mean? If you learn how to fix it yourself, you're okay, is what I'm saying. All right, guys. Tarek, everybody, thank you all for chilling here tonight. I'm going to go move some cars around and maybe get a little bit of a snack going. Melissa's still not here. She's supposed to bring me a freaking burger today. Melissa, where's my burger? I'm waiting for a burger out here. See you guys next time. Thank you all for chilling tonight.